Okay, example number 3. The tank shown is fabricated from 1/8 inch steel plate. Calculate the maximum longitudinal and circumferential stress caused by an internal pressure of 125 psi. And this is our tank. So, since nagisgot man ta og tangential stress and longitudinal stress, so solbon sa nato longitudinal. How do we solve longitudinal stress? We can solve it through internal pressure times d over the 4 times thickness. But are we still allowed to use this? Dili na ta pwede mo gamit anino because we're not talking about a cylindrical tank but a composite tank. So as you can observe, our tank is composed of this prismatic nga portion and half circles. So mao na ato ang porma sa tank. So dili na siya magamit. Instead, we will be using the formula of koan katong giunsa nato ni siya pag-derive. So let's insert a photo. This one. Remember this one? We can have the relationship that summation of forces horizontal equal to 0. We'll have P equal to F. And then F here is the force exerted. Ang F kay ang force nga ni-exert diri sa wall. So longitudinal man ang atong gisolve. Diri ta mag-focus. How do we solve that? So ano to siya pag-solve? Tagsa-tagsaon na to. So make sure that you have this boundary lines. Kay mo ni siya ang sa rectangular portion sa atong tank. I hope makita na ninyo. Okay. So based sa ato ang figure, that's twice or 2 feet times 1.5. So force is equal to pressure times the area. Then the area here is 2 times 1.5. So the area is 2 times 1.5 feet. So that is for the prismatic. How about for the semicircles? Kani. Semicircle. So remember that the height here is 1.5. No, 1.5 ang height. So that's the diameter. Nya kay semicircle man, instead of using the pi d squared over 4 kay circle man na, we are going to change that into pi d squared nanawa siya, pi d squared over 8, no? Kay 1/2 of the circle, 1/2 man. So mahimo siyang over 8. So pi d squared over 4 nya times 1/2 pa gyud, so mahimo siyang pi d squared over 8. So kana pi d squared over 4 times 1/2 kay semicircle man. So mahimo siyang ma-multiply siya into pi d squared over 8. And then kay duha man sad sila kabuok, so I'll place here the quantity. So this is for the quantity. So that's the area. So pi d squared over 8 times 2. Kay duha man ka semicircle. So let's continue with the area. So 2 times 1.5 equal to, not equal to, but plus pi times the diameter. Diameter is 1.5 square over 4. Over 8. Tinalagay mo suwat akong pencil. So times 2 as the quantity. So everything here is in feet, no? So pwede na to mo siya multiplyan og in 1 foot there are 12 inches. Yeah. Multiplyan og poweran og square. Okay. So we have 2 times 1.5 times plus pi times 1.5 square over 8 times 2, and then times 12 square. So you have 686.469. This is feet square. Not feet, inches. Kaya ito namang na-convert. Okay, and then we have force now equal to internal pressure. Given ang internal pressure, that's 125 pounds per square inch, to be multiplied with 686.469. So F, or force, now is 125 to be multiplied by 125. So it's 85808.625 26. And this is in pounds. We have force already. Ang buhatan na lang nato is solve for P. So let's solve for P. How do we solve for P? Solving P. Remember that the P here is exerted by, ato na lang ibutang ang bagong picture. We have this one. In understanding the P force, asa siya nag-act. So remember, kay naara siya sa circumference sa ato ang section. So P force is derived from the longitudinal stress times the area. So what is the area? Ang area nato is the circumference times the thickness. So let's solve for the circumference. Circumference is kani siya kay base sa gikan diri padung here. This is 2 feet, no? So 2 feet na siya. Nya kay duha man sila kabuok, nasad sa ubos. So duha sila kabuok. So the circumference right now is twice of 2 feet plus circumference of kani. So kani siya circumference sa semicircle. So what is the circumference of a semicircle? So mag-start ta with a circle. Pi d ang circumference sa semicircle. Sa circle. Yeah, since naghisgot man tag semicircle, i-divide siya og 2. Nya, since duha man sila ka semicircle sa other side, sa left side, so multiplyan siya og 2 para sa iyahang quantity. Okay, so sa the semicircle di ay makancel out ra na siya. Duha ka semicircle is just pi times d, or this is pi times the diameter is 1.5 na. So atong isuwat balik, the circumference is 2 times 2 feet plus pi times 1.5. So this is the circumference. So we have 2 times 2 plus pi times 1.5. 8.712 feet. And since nagisgot man tag area, so area is the circumference 8.712 feet and the thickness 1/8 inch. Yeah, since our internal pressure is in pounds per square inch man, ato na lang i-convert ang feet. So 1 foot is 12 inches. So ang area na to is 8.712 times 12 divided by 8. That's 13.068. And then atong i-substitute, P is equal to stress longitudinal times the area nga 13.068 square inch. And with that, we can now conclude in equating P and F. So what is our P or F? 85, no? Ato sa isuwat 13.068 longitudinal stress equal to 80808. 808.625. So the longitudinal stress now is 80808.625 divided by 13.068. That's 6,566.317. That's pounds per square inch. Or we can have 6.57 kips or kilopounds per square inch. This is our longitudinal stress.